What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Mo Trades. Welcome to the channel. I thought I should go live with the CPI data release. Uh, we'll take a look at that in a second. We obviously can see a pump incoming. Bitcoin is pumping. Let's see how it reacts in the point of control. Will we get a negative reaction or will we just rip through? That's a very strong candle above the 50 EMA. Mind you, this is pre-CPI. So possible we get a rejection and a move down. It's very possible. So just be careful for that. Don't get too excited with the pump. The buying opportunity was a bit lower earlier, not now. Now if it's pumping, you're waiting for a retrace and a continuation. If you don't get that retrace, you just wait. You sit on your hands, but you could do what you want, but that's what I would do if I wanted to go long. I don't go long on a pump. We'll take a look at the CPI data. Let's go to Forex, where you get this information. Let's go there and see what is the data looking like. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it bullish for the dollar? 4.9. Ouch. That is bearish for the dollar. Actual greater than forecast. Good for currency. This is bad for currency. Good for the markets. So that's good for people who are longs. This is all right for the currencies. Just neutral. This is good for the currency. Core CPI month on month is good for the currency. This is bad for the currency. So this is bad for the market. This is good for the market. Because that means we could get a muted response. I mean, you are getting a pump. I said we could be having this dump. I've been saying it for a week. We could be having this dump into CPI only to get a pump when CPI comes. Look at that dump from the dollar. But mind you, that's a big candle. Look at that. It's going down. But this is all pre-market. This is exactly CPI data came out. That's a bullish candle. I mean, this doesn't look right. This pump over here doesn't look right. It doesn't really look bullish in my opinion because it's a very big, quick candle. I'm not saying it can't continue higher. If you guys have been watching my streams, you would know that I was talking about areas of liquidity. I was saying we could even come as high as here or even up here. I was saying that even yesterday. It is very possible. We have the 50 EMA coming in at around 28,300 on the 4 hourly. That's a very important level. We are hitting our heads on the POC. If you go to the daily chart, you see we're hitting our head on the POC of this fixed range volume profile. We didn't break the lows, but if we start reclaiming this high, 28.6, then we might have another leg up. So anything is possible now, but this is pre-market. Pre-market can be treacherous. This is on the 4 hourly. On the 4 hourly, we just retraced. Where's the 4 hourly? Yeah, on the daily, sorry. How much have we retraced so far? Maybe 50%. Exactly 50%, getting to that 0.618. We could continue high. That's a nice candle for the day, for the hourly. Let's see how we continue higher. And I want to see something. When did we really start pumping? You could see we started pumping almost exactly at 3:30 with the CPI data. I find it sus. We might just pull back down. I was saying yesterday we have a lot of shorts at these levels. We might come hit them. As you see, we hit that level. So this is something I would expect. I would say, okay, we're hitting it. The POC, I can attempt a short. I showed you these levels in advance, but not blindly, with a stop loss. Obviously with a stop loss, because this could be a breakout. You want to have a stop loss. Next zone is the 800 EMA on the 15 minute at 28.3 zone. In terms of my fib channels, let's see, do I have them on this? It's another chart, totally different chart. This chart, my next level just on this chart would be over here, 28,530, mark it out in red. Yeah, let me get some music in here. Problem with music is I go and I search for copyright free, or like what do they call it, non-copyright music, and for some reason my videos get copyrighted. Something happens. Non-monetized, non-copyright. Let's see. I'll just put one that I know usually. Anyways, whatever. I'll just put any at the moment.
Super.
I need to lower the volume here. Yeah, I'm just trying to adjust the volume of the music to make sure if it's not loud enough. So just is the stream laggy? Let's look at the stream. I think the stream is it fine? The stream seems fine. Now, I don't know if the music's too loud, but let me just try and sort that out. Let me just check it out. I think the music is fine, it's not that loud. Alright, so basically we have Bitcoin pumping. I was expecting this. I was saying if we're dumping into CPI, we could expect a pump after CPI. Well, the CPI year on year came out bullish for the markets, but the core CPI month on month came out bearish for the market. It's the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. So prices of things, goods have gone higher, excluding food and energy. Maybe clothing, everything else went higher. Housing probably. Now, if we go to the core CPI year on year, change in prices of goods and services purchased by consumers. I mean, it's everything. So both of them are indicating something. This is indicating month on month, excluding food and energy, has gone up. Things have gone up, excluding food and energy. So that is good for the dollar. Things are getting tougher for people. That's good for the currency. This is bad for the dollar. It's showing that year on year, things are getting easier, but it's just 0.1%. So it's not something big to consider probably. I mean, if you look at the history of it, if we go to the history of it and we look previous readings, where is that? Yeah, here we go. 12th of April, the reading was 5. Previous 6. So this was a big drop from 6 to 5. This was, I think, one of the biggest drops we had in the CPI year on year. 6.4, 6, 6.5, 6.4, 7.1. Yeah, so last month we had a bigger on the 12th of April. So let's go and take a look what Bitcoin was doing on the 12th of April. And we had that big drop in that, which should have been very bullish for the market from 6 to 5. Let's see what Bitcoin did on the 12th of April. Should we really anticipate a big move, or is just nothing burger? 12th of April. 12th of April, we were somewhere out up here. See, somewhere here, look at that. Now if we get the timing exactly, 12th of April, this came out, I would assume the same time, 3:30 my time. 12th of April, 12th of April, year on year, came out almost the same time. Okay, so if I go 12th of April, I'll go on the 15-minute chart, and I would like to see what Bitcoin did with this so bullish news. 1% drop. 12th of April, we were here. Was 11th, 12th. Okay, so this was the CPI news. This candle, exactly this candle. Let's put an arrow in it so we don't forget it. This candle down here. Yeah, this was the CPI print, which was so bullish for the market. What happened after that? Let's try and analyze it. Okay, a big green candle gets us above the 50 EMA. Then we break down again. We drop another 1% probably. 2.6. Okay. Then what happens? We were at 30,500. We dropped. Then we get that pump to 31K. Then we never got up there. Now, if I take this and say, okay, algorithms, human emotions, they might play out the same. Let me ghost this and take it all the way there. Not that, sorry. This, let me take it from here and say, okay, we're gonna have that, and then we might have a dump. This is on the 15-minute, and if we copy this exactly, okay, 15-minute, I'll take that and put it on my, is this my pump candle? The same time? Yeah. So I'm gonna put it on my pump candle. That's my pump candle, and funnily, it almost matches exactly in length. That is so strange. Telling you, algorithms. So we might come down, if this plays out, that would be so funny. We might come down to 27,500 range, bounce all the way up to 28.6. And I'm gonna save this on my chart, and I'm gonna come and look at it at a later time. So let's save that and let's look at it. Will it play out? Might not. I mean, how likely is this gonna play out? It might not play out candle to candle, but I mean, now we had this pump, then we'll have a dump, and then we're gonna continue a pump. 28.6 could take us to the 50 EMA, maybe on the hourly. Do we have something here? Nothing. Did I say 28.6? Yeah, 28.5. If it happens soon, it will take us to my fib channel over here. On the daily, what do I have there? Maybe I have no EMAs above me at that level. Maybe I have the 100 or maybe the 400. I'm not sure. But in my time frames, in my charts at the moment, I have nothing. Now let's go back to the dollar index and see what's the dollar doing. Wow, that's a nice short, whoever's shorting the dollar. But mind you, this is pre-market. Markets haven't opened already. We had a double top over here on the dollar on the 15-minute, and we have exceeded the move to the downside. Anything can happen when the markets open. We might have a flip, and you notice a big dump to the downside. So dollar is basically just coming down, recovering these candles, but this big red candle has given me a lot of liquidity, which tells me that high chance we come up to here. we might recover this soon. I was saying the dollar needs to get above 102 for us to be bullish on the dollar again. Dollar is not doing that. I have targets. I've shown them yesterday. 118 for the dollar index. We haven't got there yet. US Nasdaq. Nasdaq had a ripper to the upside. Nasdaq has been doing crazy moves. I mean, Nasdaq has been forming higher highs. It's broke its August highs. So if you go to, it closed higher than its August since August. So if you go back, this is August. If you come here, 15th of August, we closed at 13,663. So if we are able to break that, so far we were able to close above, I believe, 18th of August high. Or is this our highest? Oh, today is our highest. So today, essentially, we are closing above these highs, 4th of August. But ever since we dropped down, this is the highest close we had since the 22nd of August 2022. You're talking about 4 plus 5, 9 months. This is the highest close you've had. It's not a close yet, but it's the highest candle you've had in the last 9 months for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is holding up very well, but I'm noticing some exhaustion over here in the Nasdaq. And exhaustion means trend reversal may be incoming. So even looking at my trend exhaustion tool, is it turning bright green? Yeah, it's slightly bright green on the daily. So it's telling me there might be an exhaustion coming, a reversal coming soon. 4 hourly, it's not exhausted. The downtrend isn't exhausted yet. You like to see the downtrend exhausted before a flip. I mean, even on the daily, when you look at it, you see the trend is exhausted to the upside. You like it to start getting bright green before you see a reversal, or bright red or pink before you see a reversal. Look at that. At the moment, it is bright. It is bright green. We may see a reversal. When you see this bright pink or light pink, usually you get the reversal. When you see it bright green like this, I think it's not there yet. Once it starts getting bright green, you see the curvature, then you might see a downtrend. What does ETH do? Solana must have had an insane pump. Ethereum on the 15 minutes, same thing. We had a big candle. Nothing big, but I mean, it's relatively okay for the range we've been. I told you, watch the ATR on Bitcoin. The ATR was dropping, and I will show you in a minute how low did the ATR go to before we got this pump. Solana did a nice pump, 21.2. It was at 20.5 yesterday, and today is at 21.2. That's a nice pump. Solana may lead, but I don't trust this move. It may have legs to the 800 EMA 21.5. The VIX has been driving us crazy, because when the VIX is low, it's telling you essentially the markets are going to start dumping very soon. When the VIX is high, it's telling you that the markets are almost done dumping and they're going to start pumping soon. So essentially the VIX is hit historical lows last week, and we bounced a bit but we can't seem to follow through about the 20 level in the VIX. We want to see a follow through. I'll say that the VIX could be like a lagging indicator. I was saying to watch the ATR on Bitcoin on the hourly, because I monitor this and I see it a lot of times when the ATR drops to levels below 200, and you can see clearly over here on the hourly today, hours ago, like an hour ago, we had it almost 2 hours ago. The ATR for Bitcoin was at very low levels, 131. I told you expect a pump. And even if you look at the RSVVB, You will notice that the RSVVB, was very contracted. I bet you it was at the 1% levels. It could be, I might be wrong, but I prefer to be at the 1% levels. That's when you get a nice squeeze and an explosion. Oh, it was at 3.5. It didn't go much it didn't get much contraction. 15 minutes, 1 hourly candle, very strong. No way, look at that. Hey, where's my... I did an outlay here of the ghost candles. Why is it gone? I saved the layout. Where did I save it? Where did I save it? Why isn't it showing me? Oh, strong follow through candle. Nice. Nice. Oh, I saved it on the wrong chart. I saved it on Bitstamp. Alright. It's not following the ghost candle layout. Can I copy this to my other chart? Copy. Let's go to my main chart that I trade from. And we come here. Paste, yeah, over here. That's my candle, 330. Yeah. Okay, let's see what will happen next. We're reclaiming the POC. You reclaim the POC, you're going to the value area high. 28,642 could be your next stop if you can close open and start opening candles above it. Let's see. Interesting price action from Bitcoin. Let's see what Pepe has been doing. Everyone talking about Pepe. Pepe was down here, 0.18, 0.19, and now it's at the 20. It came up to the 20.3. Interesting moves from Pepe. That's a big gain percentage-wise. I mean, that's 8%. Nice move from Pepe. Tezos also having the pump. I was saying yesterday in the live stream that if Bitcoin starts moving, you might see some insane moves from these alts. Some, look at that, 8% EDU, 8% up, 13%. Where's that? 13% for ICX. What did I do? Did I delete it? Where's ICX? I think I deleted it by mistake. ICX is up 13%. So now you look at coins that are still down. OMG is still relatively in the negative. It could be a good buy now. It could be a good buy. I'm not saying go all in, but it could be a good buy. OMG is still low. Biggest gainers. ICX so far, I see it's 13%. Render token, 10% up. Forming an evening star probably and might reverse. It looks like render token led the way. Look at that. It started a few hours back. 3 hours ago it started pumping. So render token was leading the way. We'll keep an eye on render next time. Render, where was it? RNDR. Where's RNDR? RNDR. There. RNDR. Mina, 3%. ICX, there you go, 13%. Look at that. ICX, I would say it started here. If I was to watch ICX and I saw this move, I would think this is a beginning. Earlier on today, it was even before render. SNM is still 10% down. It might be a good buy. What if SNM moves another 10% from here, like everything else? Could come to 0.53. So SNM is still lagging. It might be a good buy. It might be. Or a good long. I want to look at Gala. What is Gala doing? Gala. Quant is still trying, yeah. Litecoin If you're not above 85, brother, you're not seeing 95. Gala Games token, nice strong candle. Gala Games is up today. Where's Gala Games? There, Gala Games is up 5%, 5.29. Blue vector candle, maybe a slowdown in momentum. We might see a reversal here, probably coming in soon, or we're just gonna eat this level and come back down. Last week low was over here. Last week's low was at 0.031 for Gala Games. We might be coming up there. What is Algo doing? Algo's was at its lows. I mean, Algo was at very low levels. Let's look at Algo. Algo was here, over here, and now Algo is up 2 cents. Let's look at the Algo is up 8%. Algo could easily come and retest the 50 and last week's low 0.1726. So just be aware of that. Algo, we grab liquidity from the December 2022 lows, and we might continue higher, but this is what I like to call a news play. This is based on news. This move was based on news. Tesla gapped up today. I mean, yesterday it gapped up. For today, we gapped down. This may all change when markets open. Just be aware. Nasdaq is pushing up strong. This is quite strong from the Nasdaq. It looks really good. So if Nasdaq and the S&P 500 continue up, that could be bullish for Bitcoin, but I'm not really impressed by these moves. This chop in the Nasdaq is showing me it's just a correction. It might continue after that. Bitcoin, I told people that Bitcoin tomorrow might catch a lot of people with their pants down, and it seems Bitcoin wants to do that. So we could possibly continue, but I was expecting a pump, dump, then continue higher. Are we gonna get that move down first? Let's see. Let's color it pink. See, pink? Yeah, it looks nice. I personally am still in my shorts. My stop loss are still over there in the upside. I'm not gonna close them. If Bitcoin comes up there, I get stopped out. I could wait into a short. Another way of trading this, next candle or the candle after that or whatever, if a candle comes here and we get this action, then you could enter a long if you're willing to try a long, if you're wishing, if you want to risk a long. I wouldn't say risk, but if you want to take a chance. So say Bitcoin now came up all the way here. Now Bitcoin comes back down, retest the POC. It might come a bit lower, higher, lower, higher, higher. Then you see it sneaking up and retesting the POC. You could chance a long, looking out for the value area high 28,650, or even the value area low of our upper range, that is at around 28. I would say 28.9, 28.8 roughly. But yeah, the stop loss, you could say you could put your stop loss below this previous low, somewhere around here. Or if you're not using leverage, you could even afford to put your stop loss much lower. You could say this level was support, 27,770, and my stop will be below that. Because we sort of built a base down here. If you look in the hourly, you could see we kind of built a base. So even if Bitcoin comes down now, we might have some base of support somewhere around here. And now, frankly, we have come above this. So our support could start over here. We are at resistance. Looking left, we have this zone. We have here, you can see a bounce, support. Over here it was resistance. So we are at a resistance zone. I believe it goes to 28,200 as a resistance zone. Next candle is starting, looking bullish. Let's see how it follows through. Will we have a bullish follow through? That's the question. Will this play out? I don't know. Let's pull a Fibonacci. And let's go and assume this was 1, 2. This was our third wave. How high can a fourth wave move? This wouldn't be a fourth wave because I think we have exceeded the length. We've exceeded the 0.5 fib retracement. We are at the 0.618. 0.618 is a Fibonacci retracement, which you usually could get a reaction from. So also another point to consider short, maybe. We're not at the 0.618, sorry, my bad. 0.618, 28,421. Let's go to this chart. .618 for this candle at the moment would come close to that channel and bump the Fibonacci channel. If we get support above it, I'll be looking at the next zone. I have different ways of looking at charts. I have my value area high, fixed range volume profile. You have your, I have my Fibonacci channels. I have my EMA. So I'm looking at different things. It might sound complicated, but once you get a hang of it, you can choose what to follow. I mean, you don't have to follow all of them every time. I look at this, I look at that, try to build confluence on my trades, whether I want to take it. Oh no. What is this indicator? EMA 200 and 360. I wanted, this is 513. I wanted 200, 233. What EMA is that? That we're just hitting our heads on. Could be 233. Let's see. I want to see the 233 EMA. It's an important EMA. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's look at it. Okay, we are above our 233 EMA at 28261 on the 4-hourly. On the daily, where does it stand? It's way below. On the hourly, slightly above us. So 0.618 on the hourly. The EMA 233 comes close to it, 28425. The 0.618 is at 28468. My Fibonacci channel is at 28515. So I have three confluences here if it comes here. The 28,425 to 28,515. And if I come 28,425, 28,515, do I have anything around there? Above it, I have the 28,600 value area high. We are above the POC. If we can continue, we can go to the value area high. It's pre-market. Pre-market is tricky. The next candle, once we are at the US Brinks box now. This is the beginning of the US session. You have the US Brinks box, then the New York markets open. We are here. We could have a spike up, spike down, all the way down. Very normal. Then I would get that low that I'm looking for. Then maybe a double bottom. And you can see what we did here. We spiked up at CPI. This was 12th of April. Came down, bounced, formed a double bottom almost. We made a slightly lower low. only to go higher. All right, that's my update for Bitcoin. If you like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the likes. You could join the free Discord, and if you want the same TA in Arabic, I have my other channel, More Crypto Bil Arabi, and you could support the channel through link in the channel description and in the video description. More trades, I'm out.